Abby. I'm 25 and I live in Canada, and I'm making this video because I feel like there's really been a missing dialogue with all of this pandemic going on about how to be good to yourself during this time. So usually when we think about self-care, at least for me, in the mainstream, it's like, oh, like treat yourself, or like let's go shopping, or like I want to grab a Starbucks on my way home because I had a rough day. But those aren't really feasible options right now because the world is closed. Although like you could still do a home workout if you're physically able to do so. A lot of other typical self-care ideas like doing a skincare routine or a bath bomb, if you don't have them in your home already, or financially you're just not in a place to buy those things because you got laid off from work and you can't splurge on wild stuff, I kind of wanted to present a way that you can conceptualize being good to yourself without spending any money. I think one of the most important things to do during this time is to meet yourself where you're at. So I'm a firm believer in just accepting what you have each day. So if you wake up and you don't feel awesome and you're not ready to take on the world because your days are getting more and more monotonous being stuck inside, that's okay. You know, you don't have to be the most productive version of yourself every single day. And maybe you worked a little bit more the day before, so you can take a little rest break and read a book or do a little bit of meditation if that works for you. I think that if you're tired and you're really physically or mentally exhausted, the best thing to do is to have a nap. Like, I love naps, and honestly, when I need a recharge and my brain isn't working, I have to have a nap, and I truly believe that that is productive self-care. So be kind to yourself and let yourself have that opportunity. If we don't have to push through and really like suffer for this situation, I think that it's hard enough with everything going on and this like serious uncertainty and impending doom. That's only a little bit dramatic going on right now. So just kind of take a minute and breathe and just do what you can do in the day and accept that. Another thing that I like to try to do is to practice self-gratitude. I think as a culture, we're getting better at showing our gratitude for others, but I think it's very difficult to practice gratitude for yourself on a regular basis. And I know people always say, like, we're our toughest critics, but really, if you were to narrate out loud to like your best friend sometimes how we talk to ourselves, like, oh my gosh, you're so pathetic, you need to get up and get moving, like get your shit together. That is harsh. So I mean, I know I'm really hard on myself, so sometimes I just have to take a minute and try to look in the mirror and just say, you know what? What's one thing? Like, pick one thing that you are grateful for about yourself. And maybe that's like, wow, I love my eyes today. I think they're looking great. Or maybe it's like, my hair finally curled nice. Or I'm feeling well. So it's kind of like an affirmation, but it's more about an appreciation for yourself. Even just one little comment a day to yourself, practicing what you're grateful for, can really go a long way. Something else that I try to do is to do something for myself with intention. So, you know, sometimes in this world, we kind of think of like what we can and can't do, and we really limit ourselves in that way. Like, I'm trying to be healthy, like I can't have chips, or, you know, I really need to get my steps in for the day, so like I can't sit down and watch a movie. I think part of that is kind of allowing yourself those breaks if you need it. So, you know, if you've been craving a plate of pasta, intend to have a plate of pasta. Like, don't feel guilty about caving. Just kind of make the conscious choice. Like, you know what? I think that I really want some pasta and I'm gonna have it. I know I struggle with like that self-guilt a lot, so I find that really helps me. Even if it's as simple as, you know, I really want to listen to music or something like that. Like say, you know what? Today I'm gonna set aside 5 minutes in the middle of my workday and I'm gonna listen to some music. Or, you know, if you really want to stretch and you just haven't been making the time for that, like take some time, block it into your day and say, you know what? I am going to stretch today. So that's something you could try. And lastly, I think that one thing that I've really been trying to do during this time is to explore something new or creative each day. So I know that sounds a little bit wacky, but our worlds have kind of become as small for physically for ourselves as the spaces that we're quarantined or isolated into. So, you know, we don't have that same opportunity to go out and engage with the world. So sometimes to keep things fresh, especially after a long time, like let yourself try something new. So, you know, trying to paint or draw or do something creative, exploring a new movie genre that you haven't seen before. It doesn't have to be like a giant crazy thing, and you don't have to be the next Shakespeare and write the next Romeo and Juliet, because I mean, that's okay, that's a lot. Maybe even try a new activity. So baking, I know, is a big one right now. It's not really my thing, but I'm more of an eater than a baker, although I am loving that my mom has been making bread. It takes a bit of bravery to push yourself out of your comfort zone and act in a way that you don't usually act. So embodying that dance like nobody's watching mentality, because you actually can dance and nobody's watching because you're home alone. So the main thing that I hope you can take away from this video and incorporate into your daily quarantine life are to meet yourself where you're at, to practice self-gratitude, to do something with intention, and to explore or create something new that you haven't done before each day. So I hope that these 4 strategies, even though they're pretty simple, can help you to recharge and just, you know, be a little bit better to yourself. This is my first video, so I hope you like it. I'm planning on making more along the lines of this one, but maybe getting more into depth into some things and talking about other ideas that are important to me, like making a routine, how to improve your sleep, other fun facts and cool stories about my life and adventures. So if this is something that you're interested in, please subscribe or like this video and share as you see fit. I'm so open to hearing feedback, and if you have any tips and tricks of your own, please pass them along, and you can pop them in the comments section. And thanks for watching. Bye!